Hi guys, we're here to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 4. Um, it was a decent episode. What do you think?
Honestly, I think it needs to pick up a little bit faster, but like we're finally starting to get there, you know?
Yeah, it's moving not super fast, but it's
I feel
moving.
like this Crystal situation didn't need to be 2 episodes.
I feel like I don't mind 2 episodes of it or 3 even, but as long as other stuff is also going on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like we got the beginning of the argument twice. You know, if that makes
Yeah.
sense?
So that's what kind of started with this picture because I think so, and I've seen a lot of people say they feel like Garcelle and Kyle are both basically instigating Crystal and Sun against each other. What did you
Yeah,
think?
I feel like Kyle is shadow producer of the original girls, and Garcelle is the shadow producer of the new girls.
Yeah, I almost think like Garcelle is trying to take over Kyle's role in a way.
I just think that Garcelle is finally woken up and starting to play the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that too. I feel like everything we said probably all is like true together.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing them work together now with this situation, but I wonder if eventually it's actually going to cause a clash between them. You know what I mean? Because they're both kind of trying to do the same thing.
I think that there's already a clash. I just don't think that Kyle has
Oh,
noticed it. I
only
just feel like Garcelle is acting like Kyle.
I think Kyle is starting to notice it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like this is beginning where like Kyle's the original shadow producer, blah blah blah. She gets her way, but now Garcelle's stepping it up, and I feel like it's gonna come to where they're button heads, and all the girls are gonna be in the middle.
Exactly. So this starts off with the girls talking, and to fast forward a bit, they're like, "Let's call Crystal over, so we can talk about what happened last night," which was the whole Crystal kind of getting confronted and throwing Sun under the bus. I don't think she did it on purpose. Like I don't think she did it. Oh, I'm just gonna do this to get away from it. I really think she got caught in the moment and didn't realize what she was doing, or am I giving her too much credit?
I don't think that she was caught in the moment, and I don't think that she threw something under the bus. I think what happened was Crystal was low key forced to defend herself in a way
Yeah,
because Garcelle was like, no matter what no matter what she said, you were gonna say this, and Crystal had to have been like, well, actually, there was more. That's why I said that.
yeah, and also I do think that she was really caught off guard by somebody telling her that she was what was the word setting Zion up.
Yeah, which I
And,
don't understand why Garcelle said that because I
yeah,
didn't
and
get
if it got
that vibe.
worse, it probably surprised her even more from coming from Garcelle. So maybe like it made her like it kind of shocked her a bit. You know, she's still the second newest one, but Diana's not in any drama. Crystal got into drama early last year, and again is getting wrapped up in it all over again. Anything from this conversation with Crystal and them? I feel like it didn't really go anywhere, honestly.
It didn't go anywhere, but I do love how Crystal was like, what did she say? She's like, I'm gonna talk about this now, and after this, I don't want to talk about it again. And Rena's face was like,
That's not how this works. Sorry.
she should know that that's not how that was gonna work. I feel like if she would have said what Sutton had said in the hotel, that then they could have dropped the conversation.
I feel like she went already like dipped into it, and now it's like as much
Yeah.
as she wants to back out, it's like they're dragging her into. Now you're in the mess. That's all there is to it.
And then
Um,
again, she won't say what Sutton said, so it makes them drag it out even more.
yeah, which if I put myself in her shoes, just to say we accidentally threw our friend under a bus, similar to her. You know what I mean? Like we said, like oh, we alluded to something they did, and then we're like, "Damn, that's my friend." It's kind of tough because you. I don't think I would go ahead and say it just to satisfy you guys. Right? You know what I
The
mean?
only person I would have told is Garcelle because she's black. Honestly, that's it.
I mean, I
Because
wouldn't have
if it
told
was
her to
something,
come at her like too tough. I think.
I just feel like if it was something really dark, like Garcelle said, it leaves it up to interpretation, especially being black, that like what she said could have affected their friendship. So that's why I felt like depending on what she said, she should tell Garcelle because the vice versa, Crystal's Asian. So it's kind of like if there's a white woman that's saying like off the wall stuff, you should probably let each other know as minorities. But I have a feeling that what Sutton said actually wasn't that bad.
So I don't think that's what's. I have a different opinion. I think Garcelle doesn't actually care like that. I think she's just trying to throw Crystal under the bus and using whatever angle. I don't think it's about Crystal either specifically. I think it's more about her trying to control the storyline.
Yeah.
And I just think that Garcelle wants Crystal to say it to cause a problem with Sun and Crystal. You know what I mean? I don't think Crystal. I mean, Garcelle and Sun are already close. I really don't think Garcelle is gonna make a big deal about this.
No, that's what I mean. Where I feel like it's like Crystal needs to say, because if it is something that's like off the wall crazy, Garcelle's close with Sutton, so she should know. But like if it's something little, it's kind of like, why did you make it seem like it would, like if she said all lives matter, like that's not dark. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, but I get it. I mean, I think it's a real like tricky
Yeah.
thing. I do think Garcelle is just doing it for a story. That's why I don't think Crystal should tell her because I think Garcelle's gonna use it. Because let's wait till we get to the end of the episode when they actually talk about it. Let's kind of go through the little mini stuff and get back into it because that's basically what the main story of the episode is.
No, literally though.
So let's see what else I got. They go to Sutton's store, which I thought it looked cute, and I think we had that comment about from the read that it was insensitive of Sutton to have pressed there and not let her know.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because
Um,
I'm getting
I'm torn because I feel like yes, she should have told Dorit, but at the same time, why would you not think Press would have been there? Like, she flew out a whole designer for his fashion. Why wouldn't Press be there?
so I don't know how these store stuff works with press, but it's not like she's forced to do the press. You know what I mean? It's kind of
I
like she
mean,
can.
in a way, you are forced to do the press, because if you don't do the press, then that means you didn't take the time to
She
like
didn't do
mark
the press.
it. You know what I mean?
She didn't do the press.
Oh, you talking about Dorit? I thought you were talking about Sutton.
No, I'm talking about Dorit. Like,
Oh yeah, like you snuck in the back, girl. Oh, it's not that serious.
so to me, it's still at first I was more not sensitive, more empathetic towards Dorit, and I still am. But now it does feel like they are targeting Sutton. Like this is
Yeah, because I just don't understand, why did you think that going there wasn't going to be any press, and then you use a side door. So why was it an issue? You got in perfectly fine and nobody saw you.
yeah. It feels like Dorit is trying to put a narrative that she doesn't like Sutton. But from what we see from them in person, there hasn't actually been a problem between them. Even with Kyle trying to start a problem,
Yeah.
they seem fine.
It's because I feel like people aren't instigating. That's why, and that's
Yeah.
not actually between them two.
Yep. So they get to this event. I just have this picture of Garcelle just because I was trying to get a picture of everybody. Um, this is actually um, this happens. Damn, this all happens together. Okay, so then let's talk about Erica's little scene because she didn't attend. That's why I got confused. So Erica didn't attend. I don't think Sonia did. Sonia invite her? I think she did, right?
I want to say she did, but Erica didn't go.
Which I respect that. Any thoughts on Erica on this episode?
Honestly, on this scene, not really. It was just
I,
her at home with her dog.
I will say she hasn't. Wait, this is the episode where she talks about the people might be lying.
Oh yes.
We forgot about that part that happened early, but she hasn't been that relevant this like
No, because all her drama she can't really talk about. She's not really married anymore. She's not really like doing her music anymore. Oh my god, of course they would be outside doing this shit right now.
what is that?
They're outside across the street like doing like the lawn care stuff. I think it's a
Oh,
leaf blower.
oh, okay. It went away now.
So annoying. That shit is still on. I know they're gonna start again.
It's okay. Um,
But
but
yeah,
yeah,
she's not doing her music or nothing. So it's kinda like she's becoming a friend of the house really quick. Like
there's a
she,
lot of cast members though, so it's easy. I feel like I'm okay. I'm okay. So I still see people complaining that there's too many. I'm okay with it.
I don't think there's. How do you feel like there's too many housewives? I just don't understand it.
I do get it because there's still two we haven't met yet. But
Wait, who haven't we met? Oh, Cherie and who else?
and Kathy still hasn't come in yet. Hasn't started filming yet. And maybe then I'll feel like it. But so far, like I said, I think they've all been. Some episodes have been better than others, but overall, I don't think we've had like a bad
No,
episode.
honestly, I think Beverly Hills is doing better than Atlanta right now.
I love both honestly, but Beverly Hills, I feel like the stakes feel higher.
Yeah,
Even it's probably not. It feels that way.
it's just like there's more drama right now. Atlanta's just a good time.
Yeah. So let's get back to Sun's event where the rest of the episode and really the important parts of the episode happen. It looks like Kyle and Garcelle plotted. I don't know if they plotted beforehand or it just came. They were really trying to get Sun and Crystal to like have a problem.
I don't know if it was a problem, but I feel like what's going on is they want to take this situation and use it as an example on Crystal to be like, see, we tell you your words are too strong because Sutton only said this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I just think they're trying to make them argue. Honestly, I don't think it's that, but it could be both also, um, or yours. I do think though that okay, so they would do a whole back and forth where they talk to one and talk to the other, and
Yeah.
eventually all come together. Which I don't know why they didn't just do that in the first place, but I think what was it that Garcelle says? She said something along the lines to Crystal that she felt like she was gonna say that about Sutton no matter what.
Yeah.
And Crystal asked her, "Oh, knowing me now, would you still think that?" And she said, "I don't know." Which to me, if I was Crystal at that point,
I
Garcelle is not my friend. You are not.
literally
This
no.
is
Now I get their beef, and like it makes me upset with Garcelle because now like I get why Crystal doesn't like you anymore.
like, do you see what I've been saying? She's like throwing jabs at her.
Yeah,
And
but
I
Dory did
don't
say
think
that Garcelle, you throw jabs.
yeah, and I don't think Garcelle dislikes Crystal. I think she just like I think she's trying to control the story like Kyle, and that's why they're both like. I think there was one point where Crystal's like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. Sounds good." And Garcelle goes, "Oh, but you guys made up, but you leave everybody else in the rubble." And in my mind, I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's not your none of your problem."
I
But for
mean, it's kind of
Crystal,
true in a way if it's me, you, and one of your friends, and I'm like, yo, Dovey, he said like crazy ass shit, da 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 da. Me and him make up, but I never told you what he said. So now it's like, what did he say? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
I get it. I would just be like, I don't like confrontation, especially if it's somebody like for me, if I was Chris, I think Crystal sees what's going on to an
Mhm.
extent. Like that's why I think she's like, if I start arguing with, they're trying to get me to beef with Sutton, basically.
Yeah.
So that's what I think part of it where she's not committing because she's like they're basically trying to get me to fight with her, and we're trying to let it go, and they keep pushing and trying to make almost like target me. So that's why I wish she came a little bit stronger, but I do like that she stood her ground.
Honestly, the way Sutton is trying to drop the subject, it makes me feel like she's scared that she might have said something crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I could agree with that.
Cause I'm like, why are you so calm? Like, I get that it's Crystal, but like, I feel like her trying to assassinate your character would have pissed you all the way off last season. So
I also think Sun, she has been in all the drama so far this season, pretty much. She's kind of at this point
it
where,
is carrying Beverly Hills at this point.
yeah, I think she's probably like, damn, another issue with Crystal, who I'm cool with. Let me not let the girls. I think they're both trying to not make it a bigger deal, but from
Yeah.
we see from the preview, it is gonna end up actually becoming an issue. So they're not able to hold it in. Did you catch how Kyle, when Crystal first brought it up, she quickly was like, "Oh, I don't remember honestly." And then later in the episode, she told Crystal, "Stop telling me I don't remember. I do remember. There was nothing said." It was like, so were you lying the first time or this
I
time?
think she was saying she don't remember. I think she was meaning like she doesn't remember Sutton saying anything crazy, because I kind of remember when they were in the hotel, she was kind of like, Chris was like, maybe you blocked it out of your head. She was like, I don't remember her saying anything like that, and I wasn't that drunk or something along those lines. And I was like,
But she's the one who said she was drunk the first time the conversation,
right.
that
So
she
that's
didn't.
why part of me is like, honestly, I don't think Crystal's lying, but I do feel like Crystal's wording is a lot heavier than it's meant to be sometimes.
I I I get that. I do like that she told them not to tell me how to talk, basically, because
Yeah,
I would do the same. If I said something and you took a step away, I would be like, "That's not how I mean it." And you're like, "Well, that's how I'm taking it." I'm like, "Okay, well, I just clarified it. We can
right.
move on at that point." Not to be rude, but like if I'm telling you that's not what I mean, you're supposed. Okay,
Let's
if
take it
you
at
know,
that.
you know that's not what I mean. But for Crystal, she basically made the situation worse for herself. And now when she's confronted about it, these girls are not gonna let this go
No,
ever. So it gets brought
honestly,
up.
she was better off just lying and saying something said something really small because they're
At,
really never gonna let this go.
yeah, at this point. So it is funny how like everything has kind of like it is building up a little bit because this doesn't start with just Sun and Crystal. This started with the Sun and the Re problem, really,
Yeah.
and it kind of has been like slowly, and then Crystal got offended by that, and from there they moved on to Crystal, and now back full circle. Now it's Crystal versus Sun next episode. Who else is arguing? Do you remember?
Is next episode Garcelle and Erica?
No, next episode they go on a vacation trip to I think Mexico. They go,
That sounds right.
and I don't remember if they showed any other drama besides that dinner they're having there. And if you looked, I looked at it closely, and Crystal looked like she was on the verge of tears. Maybe she already had been crying. So you know that they bring it up again and push
Yeah.
her to say it, and even Sutton gets mad at her. So let's take a bet. Do you think she says it? What actually happened, or you think she holds it in the whole time?
If she's crying again and this is the third time, I'm gonna assume she's gonna say what Sutton said.
Yeah, because I think so too. Because like for example, if I was Crystal, I would be like, I don't care. I'm not saying it. Get over it. Move on. But I don't think Crystal is that girl to do that. I mean, I think she has it in her, but if she's crying, and she's been crying a few times already, I don't think her mind's there yet. So I think she's gotta give in, and at least we'll be able to move on from this.
See, and I'm different. If I was Crystal, I'm saying exactly what the fuck Sutton said. Like, I am not about to sit here and get attacked and defend this white woman for her saying some racist ass shit. She's about to catch all this heat because I'm not a liar, and this is what she said. And if I got a problem, just deal with her. Because that is not fair to Crystal either. Because, like, if Sutton did say something that's really, really dark, yes, Crystal should have either never brought it up because that's her friend, or like,
Oh, she definitely shouldn't have brought it up.
right, which I feel like, but at the same time, I get it because Garcelle's kind of assassinating Crystal's character, calling her like saying she's trying to set up Sutton, but it's kind of like I'm not trying to set her up. She's the one who said this, this, and this.
What I would have done is I would have told Garcelle to mind her business at that point.
That
You know,
too?
that's how I'm just more direct with those type of stuff where it's like, wait, what is your role in this? Even though we're on a
Yeah.
TV show, they're supposed to act like they're not on a TV show, right? You know what I mean? So I'd be like, it's not your problem. Well, you brought it up. I'm like, okay, I brought it up, and I'm not talking about it anymore. If you guys want to keep talking about it, you can, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like,
Or she could have just said there's more to the story. I don't really want to talk about it and left it at that. Yeah, why did it have to be a group thing? Like I felt like it started off with Garcelle and Kyle talking, right? And then Sutton walked over, and then they go over to Crystal, which I feel like it was fine just them four, and then all of a sudden here come all the other girls.
you know, that's what they do. I think that kind of like they were gonna make it a group thing because Crystal and Sun were just gonna move on from it. You know what I mean?
Honestly, though,
So they forced her into it.
but I kind of feel like if Crystal and Sutton in that scene had said we're both over it and we both don't care, then the girls couldn't talk about it anymore.
That's what they did. Yeah, I get what you mean. They did say that, but then Crystal also they were also like, I don't know. I feel like they did do that.
Yeah, but I feel like they didn't shut it down though. Like Crystal doesn't really like. Not saying she entertains, but I feel like she doesn't really put her foot down.
Yeah, I think she tries, but when she gets challenged, she backs. Like she said at the
Yeah.
beginning, "Don't tell me what to say." But then also Kyle kind of snapped at her when she told her, "Don't effing tell me I don't remember" or something. Like right
Which,
there, and then like, first of all, don't talk to me like that.
this is it. I get that, but I agree with Kyle at the same time because you just sat there and said that you feel some type of way because they told you how to feel, but you just told Kyle that she doesn't remember, and
But
Kyle said she
Kyle
doesn't.
literally said she was too drunk to remember when this conversation first happened. So she can't get mad at Crystal's repeating what she said. I mean, she can get mad about it, but this is what I mean. Crystal needs to clap back a bit harder. I'm like, you literally said you don't remember you were drunk when it first came up. And maybe she did say it and they didn't show it, but it's like, Kyle's the easiest person to check on the whole cast.
She really is though.
Even easier than Sutton, because at least Sutton's a little crazy, you know what I mean? But Kyle is like, please stop. Like,
I was dying when Rena agreed with Garcelle that Kyle was kind of a stir. She's like 50-50.
But I mean, that's kind of everything that happened in the episode. There were other things, but I don't know if you have anything else.
No,
That-
not really.
I'm trying to remember. They did go to the award show this past weekend. I don't know if you
They
knew that. And I got some pictures from the red carpet. I don't think they won anything, but I wanted to get your thoughts on this.
I like the hair, the makeup, not the outfit.
I think it looks horrible, honestly.
None of them. They all look crazy on this red carpet. I I
They all
feel
look
bad
horrible to
saying
me.
this, but Erica's starting to get like a little old.
I mean, to me, she looks the same, but I don't really pay
No,
attention.
I just feel like the Erica that we saw. See, this is season 12, right?
She can't afford that brand name makeup
I
no
want
more.
to say, I feel like you can tell this is after Tom.
There's definitely visible changes. Rena just looks.
I hate her lips. I love Renna. I just hate her lips.
I hate her outfit. It looks like a superhero costume.
Yeah,
This is horrible to me too. I really wish they had better. I don't know. This just looks really cheap to me. That's what my problem with
yeah, I
it
can
is.
see why it looks cheap.
Rena's is just a
The ring
bad
didn't look
decision.
good either.
No, she didn't. And Erica just looked cheap to me.
Yeah, I feel like for Erica, she's been wearing this outfit forever.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad they got to go out, even though if they didn't win anything, that's still
Yeah,
cool, you know. And I didn't. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually even watch it, but
I'm
good.
gonna say Erica dresses better for the cast trips than she did for this red carpet.
I think it's easier to dress for cast trips though, because you're like on vacation, you know. Like I feel when I'm
No,
on
but like she be
vacation,
wearing crazy shit on vacation. Like she wore that whole latex suit in Germany, and then like she's here on the red carpet with this. But then again, that was before Tom. So
yeah. Any other thoughts on Beverly Hills?
honestly, none as of right now. Like this episode was good, but like I'm waiting for shit to hit the fan. I'm waiting for like us to meet all the pros already.
Yeah, not. I don't think we're gonna meet all of them for a few more episodes either. I mean, we know Kathy doesn't come to like halfway, and I heard Cherie comes episode 8. I think somebody said.
Oh,
So
okay.
we still got towards the end of the month. I think it's her episode, which I'm fine with as long as we don't get doesn't get boring. You know what I mean?
I
Um,
don't think it's gonna get boring, but I just hope it doesn't get dry mid-season. You know what I mean? Because then that's like,
yeah, I do think we're gonna have an explosive second half. This first half has been decent so far, I would say.
yeah.
Um, but it's very tame. I was, you know, like there's nothing too crazy going on.
I feel like this is gonna be a crazy ass reunion, though.
Yeah. And I did see that Kathy said that is going to be at the reunion. So this makes me think what the rumors about her can't be that bad because she doesn't have she can get out of not showing up because she's a friend. You know what I mean? And she's still
Yes
going.
and no. It's just that with Kathy Hilton, you gotta be like careful because like her daughter's Paris, and I just personally feel like Kathy would be great at faking to get out of a situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I
So I
guess
want to see how like she hangs under the pressure at the reunion.
I think she'll do if she's willing to go. She'll do great. I think there's obvious lines being drawn leading up to it. So I mean, we still got a bit left before they even film it, but I think it's gonna be one of their better ones, which is not saying much because a lot of their reunions aren't that great.
Yeah, honestly though.
Okay, but I mean, I think that's it for this episode. Episode 5 comes out in a few days, and hopefully we'll get that to you guys soon enough. Anything else do you wanna let anybody know?
Justice for Crystal, and that's it.
Oh wait, we gotta give our diamond and coal. We forgot.
Oh yes. Almost forgot. Who's your diamond?
Uh, can we do coal first? Because I think that's easier.
Who's your coal?
I've given my coal to Diana because it's giving more of the same. She doesn't still fit in. I know she's Crystal's friend, but she didn't jump in to say anything, which I'm not saying she should have because it wasn't her problem, but she didn't say nothing. She talked more about having money, but like, what else did we get
Yeah,
from
I know what you
her?
mean. Every time you see her, it's the same scene of her shopping or talking about clothes or something.
What did who are you giving your call to?
My coal of the week would probably be. This is kind of hard. Not gonna lie to you.
I was gonna give it to Dorit for that scene at the therapy scene at the end, but I'm trying to be nice.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
hold you. I skipped. I
That
skipped away. I could not. I could not watch
was too much for me. Like, girl, we do not need to see that. First of all, second of all,
that.
this doesn't even seem healthy. But anyways, I'm not
It
gonna judge
doesn't.
this person's license, whatever. But
Coal of the week is hard because I kind of want to give it to Kyle, but I feel like I always give it to Kyle. I feel like Kyle's just the coal. It's just like you know what I mean.
yeah, she is.
But I think yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Kyle.
I, That's hilarious. All right, I guess we'll do diamond. You can do your diamond first since I went first.
My diamond this episode is Garcelle.
Okay.
It's like Garcelle's waking up. She's playing the housewife game. Okay,
See,
I'm proud.
I respect that, but I don't like she's turning on her friends to do it.
What friends? These are co-workers.
They say they're friends.
The only friend she got is Sutton.
They say they're friends, so that's I'm going by. I'm not giving it to Garcelle because I think she came up unlikable in this whole situation, to me, anyways. I'll give my diamond to. Let's see. I'm gonna give my diamond to damn
She's hard.
because nobody was great. I like everybody had bad parts this episode. I feel like, or was it irrelevant?
I would say like Rita and Erica, they didn't have any lines this episode.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give my diamonds. I'm gonna give it to Crystal just because it is evolving around her, and I kind of like give props to whoever is being talked about the most currently. And even though she's not doing the best job defending herself through this, she's not doing the worst job. She's pretty close to doing a bad job, but I'll still give her props that currently the main storyline is around Crystal and Sutton.
Literally.
But Sutton's kind of been on the back burner of this and hasn't even really said much about it. Besides, let's move on.
She's gonna keep her head low for this conversation.
Yeah, actually, I take back Crystal's diamond because we really should have came back. Like I'm on her side, but she should have handled it better.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
think Garcelle, even though I don't agree with what she said, she stood her ground, and it looked like nobody really challenged her like that. Like she challenged Crystal. Crystal didn't give it back to her. Kyle also challenged Crystal, but Kyle, I doubt I'll ever give her a diamond. I'm gonna give a diamond to Lisa Reno because she didn't piss me off this episode.
Wow. You know what? Go, Lisa.
I don't remember a single thing she did. I don't know. Oh, we talked about her mom actually. So you know what? I'll give it to her for actually being honest with her life and storyline for once. I'll give it to Lisa Reno. Okay, now that's the end. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment,
and tell us your diamond and cola of the week.
Yep. Let us know who are your faves and not faves and what you're looking forward to for the season. Thank you for watching.